The Houses That October Built is one of my favorite movies to watch during Halloween time, and I finally saw the sequel, and I wasn't a big fan of it, and it kind of left me pretty sad. So let's talk about The Houses That October Built 2. Currently streaming on Hulu, and so is the first one. For those that don't know, The Houses That October Built is a found footage documentary, like splice movie. It's pretty cool. I really love it. But it's about a group of friends who are looking for the most extreme haunts possible, and they're looking for what locals and everyone in the horror scene is saying is the most terrifying haunt out there, called the Blue Skeleton. And as they go through these haunts and trying to find like the spookiest ones, they start to realize, okay, maybe the Blue Skeleton, and this is more than we bargained for, and this is more real than we realize. And it goes from there. Well, The House is on October Built 2 picks up immediately where the first one left off, which I wasn't a fan of immediately. I was expecting it to be like an anthology tale where each movie is like a different group of people, but it's not. So it follows the same format. It has documentary sections about like why people like being scared and like specific haunts, and then it gets into the actual story where the characters are now trying to find a location called Hellbent, which is the new hot spooky haunt, and it goes from there. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this. I still like the cast, even though they turn a lot of the cast into very unlikable characters, which isn't the cast's fault. They all do good. It's just how they're written is just not good. They're very unlikable. It follows the same tropes as the first one. It's pretty much almost a carbon copy of the first one, and what the film sets up in the first one is kind of like thrown out the window. They take up a lot of what that was established and kind of like scratch it and like basically say like, oh, that's not what happened, kind of. I don't know. I just didn't really vibe with it, especially because there's some cool new drone shots. Like they have a drone now to like document things, and those shots are really cool. Drone and aerial shots are always cool by me. I think it's cool to see like the grand scheme of things, I guess you want to call it. But for the most part, it's very similar. They don't do any new scares. The documentary stuff is still really cool. Like actual like haunters and stuff discuss like why people like being scared, or like how this attraction got so big. That stuff's cool. But I love learning about like horror and why people get scared and stuff. So I'm just naturally fond of that material. And the ending, it was like, okay, I don't this is just outlandish now. And I don't know, it's just something about it that I just didn't vibe with. I kind of can't put it into words, but it just felt samey, and it just didn't have the feel and the tone of the first movie. And there's a lot of weird editing. Like there's like unneeded sound effects for like camera swishing, and it just comes off like cartoony and goofy, and it's just unneeded. The first one has a heavy sense of dread, and this film just doesn't. Like a lot of like the scenes are almost played for laughs more than like serious tension builders. It's just a lot of weird decisions that I don't know why they did what they did. And maybe it's because I'm a sucker for anthology movies, but I would have loved to seen this be like each movie be a different group of people, like trying like out new haunts, and like have Hellbent be completely separated from the first movie, and have the second film be completely separated from the first movie, and just because then you could do new things and do all that stuff. But it's not my films. What can I tell you? But Houses at October Built 1, really awesome. Check it out. Houses at October Built 2, it's okay-ish. And they're both like an hour and a half, so you're not wasting a ton of time. But yeah, the second one, not feeling it. First one, love it. It's on Hulu. They both are. Check them out. But be good people. Like always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.